Shion is my favorite character added to this game since Alari. And I think that's saying a lot because I really like Domina's design, her whole aesthetic, her personality, but her gameplay, leaves a little bit to be desired. Meanwhile, Jetpack Cat, I think their design leaves a little bit to be desired, but their gameplay was a lot of fun, and I think probably some of the most fun I've had with a new hero ever, up until Shihon's release. There's something about Shihon's gameplay that is just so fun and refreshing inside of Overwatch. For those of you that have played Battlefront 2 before, she plays very similarly to an ARC Trooper, and I wouldn't be surprised if some of her gameplay aspects were inspired by it. Dual wielding pistols which deal about the same amount of DPS, with the blue blaster bolts even, a sidestep moving ability that helps you dodge enemy fire, and even a bike that has really similar mechanics to a speeder bike inside of Battlefront 2, where both are really janky and hard to control, and both have a attack or charge up where you deal a big amount of burst damage. With Shion, it's that volley of bullets you project. With an ARC Trooper, it's a blast that you hold down with your LT. And I'm saying this is a good thing. It is not a bad thing at all. I'm glad that they took inspiration from a source that isn't really associated with the hero shooter space. It is of course possible that this is purely coincidental, but I feel like there's too many similarities where they didn't see any kind of inspiration. And it's really making me hope for a Star Wars collab where she gets an ARC Trooper skin or a Captain Rex skin. And as for her gameplay itself, it is just so much fun. It is so satisfying to shoot people with your dual wielded pistols, and this is the first time they really had true dual wielding weapons. You do have Tracer's dual wielded pistols, but those play more like a submachine gun, where these feel like your more traditional pistols inside of an FPS. Her volley has decent kill potential. It's not the strongest right now, but I feel like it could definitely get up there and be really lethal depending on how little they tweak the damage. And her bike doesn't feel as unnatural as I thought it would. It's a lot of fun to use. There's a lot of utility with it, and there's things I'm still learning about it too. Like, I'm telling you, just going on your bike, exploding it in front of the enemy, and then either finishing them off with volley or just shooting them with your pistols as you go behind cover is just so fun. In an experience that we never really had before in Overwatch. It's too early to say if the bike is overpowered, if the bike is going to be a problem. I feel like it's definitely going to be a problem balancing it. I could definitely see them maybe nerfing the cooldown. You can't do it right off a spawn. The timer isn't as long. The explosion isn't as big. I feel like it's going to be a balancing, not nightmare, but it's going to take a lot of tweaking to get it where they want it to be. I feel like it's going to be in a similar place to Jetpack Cat's jetpack and fuel resource, where they've been tweaking that a lot, and I still don't think it's where they want it to be. Meanwhile, Shihon's ult is a lot of fun and one of the more unique ults in the game, where you go full Stormcaller Warlock with guns and you're just shooting bullets and electricity everywhere. It is so cool and it is so satisfying to use. And I think upon release, she's not completely busted. Maybe I just have to play more time with her. Maybe she is going to need some tweaks, some help here and there, but she honestly feels pretty fair to play against and to play with. She's not really taking away from another hero as Sierra did with 76, just taking away his ultimate and making it an ability. And honestly, she's my favorite designed character gameplay wise that we've gotten in a while. I also really like her aesthetics. She's going for this human look while she's an Omnic, and she also hates humans. So it's like she's trying to blend in with society almost. And I look at it as a way as almost mocking humans, because she doesn't talk with her mouth, but she can move her mouth. She talks with her throat, and then she even imitates human breathing. And I think she has some of my favorite interactions in the game. Her and Mizuke, how she just is able to manipulate him and completely gaslight him, is honestly so fun to watch. She's a genuinely bad person. She's a genuinely evil person. One of the few times that we actually get someone that has no real motive and just likes killing people and just likes manipulating people for her own pleasure, for her own satisfaction. And it's so fun to see these interactions in game where she's calling out contradictions. She's calling out Ramatra. She's taunting Genji, saying the Hashimoto weren't cruel enough. Same with Hanzo. It's just fun having a character that likes doing bad things because they like to do bad things. They don't have some kind of motivation for world peace. They don't have some kind of motivation to help their people. They just like being evil. And this is an archetype I love so much, and she still maintains a lot of depth while maintaining that archetype. Because you even look at real life, you look at psychopaths, you look at people that like to kill people just to kill people, they still have depth to them. They're not just mustache twirling villain. Like, these people have genuine problems, and you can't just call them boring because that's not an accurate description of them. And I feel like Shion carries that very well. Anyway, how do you guys feel about Shion as a whole? Do you think she's fun? Do you like her personality? I genuinely feel like they set the bar pretty high with her, and other heroes are probably not going to release with just this much depth and such a fun kit. She is genuinely such a step up and a rebound that they needed after Sierra. Sierra Kira had a very boring design and a very generic Spider-Man-like personality that I feel like we get way too much with characters these days. But let me know how you guys feel about Shion. I genuinely feel like she plays like an ARC trooper, and honestly, I wouldn't mind if they take more inspiration from other Battlefront 2 heroes or reinforcements. A clone commando I feel like could really fit inside of Overwatch. But let me know what you guys feel about Shion in the comments down below. Do you think I'm glazing way too much? If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one.